Hi, Sharam Namdarian here. In this video, we're going to be talking about emotional healing and what it means for you. Now, a lot of people are afraid of the concept of emotional healing. They think, healing? Well, I have nothing to heal. Fuck you. But to be honest, we all have stuff to heal. We all have a way to look at the world to heal, the way we look at ourselves to heal, the way we look at our bodies to heal. If you want to think of healing in another word, another way of saying healing is elevated or elevating, to raise the standard, to raise the vibration, to raise the consciousness level of how we interact with ourselves and other people. For example, when you were younger, you probably couldn't make very complex statements. You were learning to speak, maybe as a child. Some people learn to speak earlier than others. Now, growing up, you then learnt new feelings and ideas and words and things that you could string together and make really complicated and very interesting statements. That, hopefully, isn't too far of a stretch for you. What then stops you from saying the most beautiful, most amazing, expressive language? What stops you from saying that? I would argue it's the inner shit. It's the stuff that says that you say to yourself at a very emotional level that the things I have to say are not good enough, or I'm not saying it in the right way, or who I am is not enough. We have these thoughts and beliefs that we've developed about ourselves that stop us from expressing ourselves in the world to our fullest extent. This has got nothing to do. While I use the idea of language to express the concept of healing, this applies to everything. When I've coached people in relationships, sexuality, dating, it also applies very liberally to business, to sales, and if you are a fan of my videos, you'll know that I'm applying it to how you look at yourself and even weight loss. More videos on that to come as well, please. Make sure to subscribe. But it's really important to consider that although it is a really vague and interesting statement to say our outer world reflects our inner world, because that is not always true, it is worth recognizing that sometimes it is. For example, in dating, relationships, if you believe that no one is interested in you, even if someone is interested in you, it'll be so uncomfortable that you'll either push them away or educate them that they shouldn't be interested in you. When it comes to business, money, if you believe that you should earn a certain amount, you generally find a way to earn that amount. And then, for example, with sales, I'm not the first person to use this example in sales. If you earn more, often what we do as human beings is we spend it. I earned more this week. It's okay. I earned more that week. That's fine. The same thing with health. Oh, I ate too much. I should stop it. I ate too little. I get to eat more. We have these ideas and feelings and beliefs about ourselves, and interestingly, beliefs that the world has taught us that also enhance us as beings, but also limit us from who and what we are meant to be. When I ask you now, if you have a clear idea of who you are as a person, of like right now in this moment, do you have a clear idea of who you are in this moment? Now, if I was to ask you the question, is there an idealized version of you? Is there this perfect version of you that has the most amazing body, connections, intimacy, romance, physical fitness, all of these different aspects of who you are? Then, is there a discrepancy between the two? If there is no discrepancy between the two, then you are what we would describe as, in this moment, a self-actualized person. You have come into this universe, born into this world with a very clear idea of who and what you want to and should be and could be, and have done everything within your power to create that. That is what we refer to, like the action itself, we can refer to as the outer world. The outer world, what you do, what you say, all of that stuff. if there is a discrepancy between the two, if there is a discrepancy between who you think you are and the real manifested in world version of you, in this point, as you develop your sense of self, as you create your life, there is in fact something to heal. There is in fact something to let go of, is in fact something to learn, and to learn about yourself and to witness within yourself. If you say, I want to go for a run, but then go, oh, but I feel really bad about it. Oh, but that's a lot of effort. That effort, the run, is your idealized self trying to manifest itself. Oh, but I don't feel so good. I don't feel so great. That is the very essence of who you are, as in being blocked by that. That, oh, I don't feel so great, is the next thing to heal. Our emotional reactions, our negative emotional reactions towards something is in fact an indicator of the very next thing to heal, to feel, to love, to be patient with, to forgive ourselves with, in order to manifest then the next highest version of ourselves. Now, I am not talking about curing cancer. I am not talking about curing the virus, right? I'm not talking about these things. What I am talking about is in the moment dealing with who we are as a person. Now, what most people do when they go on this healing journey is then they stop pretending. They stop trying so goddamn hard because they know willpower can only get them so far. If you willpower your body to look a certain way and to make your fitness a certain way, and you are fine with willpowering it, fan-fucking-tastic. Live your life that way. If you are willpowering your body to be a certain way, and it is effort, and you have only so much energy, and you have other facets of life that you want to focus on, then you have something to heal. You have something to let go. You have something to learn about yourself in relation to those topics. If it is not easy and effortless, even though the action itself might be effort, you may enjoy that effort though, as a positive consequence. If it is not easy and effortless in this moment, then there is something blocking you. The last video I produced, which is the first video in a very long time that I've got a dislike, which I renamed What Being Emotionally Blocked Looks Like, was an example. Now, I myself am someone who lives on the cusp of my consciousness, which means that if I feel like I need to make a video, I will make a video. If I feel like I need to work on a business, I will then work on a business. If I feel like I need to work on my body, I will then work on my body. I let my consciousness manifest itself, trusting that it is all related to my highest purpose at the time. When I recorded that video, I was so blocked. There was a lot of emotions within me that were stopping myself from expressing who and what I wanted to say at the time. I had my shit to deal with, so what I did was I just edited the silly stuff together, chucked it out there. I don't know if you liked it, don't know if you did. That one person who disliked it, fuck you. But the truth be told is that when you start living in alignment with yourself, your inner strength, your inner power, and letting that inner being come forth, what ends up happening is you end up, being more you. So you start doing things, you start living in the real world. Most people turn to spirituality and it takes them out of reality. They stop being themselves and start being the spiritual guru version of themselves. I know this, I know better. The ego is the enemy. I'm triumphant because I have seen into the eyes of God. But spirituality, at its truth be told, unless you are the next Buddha, is meant to bring you back into the world. So healing brings you back into the world. I'll often write an email to my email list, right? And I will share them something that I personally have let go of. And what'll happen is they will be like, oh God, I just worked harder this week. I worked much better at my job. Or like, oh, I messaged a friend because I suddenly felt less shit. My last coaching call I had, immediately after the call, she applied for a dog, got the dog because it was a breeder, like a very, very particular dog, especially during coronavirus times. It was like a rescue. And she was like, oh God, I'm never going to find a house in this climate. Found a house, got the house. Lives in the moment. Healing lets you be more in the moment while simultaneously looking into the future and knowing exactly what you need to be. Your consciousness expands because you expand. What ends up fucking happening is that we overthink everything. We've suppressed our emotions and stopped ourselves from being who we're meant to be, or we've inherited the stress and anxiety of those around us, our parents, our family, our friends, television, society, without being able to determine ourselves what it is in the moment we need to do. So healing. What is the thing that needs to be healed? If you have a negative reaction to something, that is the thing to let go of. Life should be and is inclusive. We have the power to do everything we want. We might not have the time, but we definitely have the power. Which means if you want the career, if you want the love, if you want the body, or whatever it is you want, you have to, at the first step, allow yourself to want it. Even allowing yourself to want it is a huge step for a lot of people. A huge step for a lot of people. We deny ourselves our own desires because we are afraid of desiring, because if we desire, we are disappointed. But if you have dissolved disappointment, if you have made peace with disappointment, suddenly desiring things doesn't seem so hard because you are okay being disappointed. You know that disappointment is in fact a step to creating your desire. This is the inner game of life. This is the first step. Another example, before I wrap this video up, is vulnerability. Vulnerability in relationships. A lot of people will come to me because they want to be less vulnerable in their relationships. They want to know what to say, what to do. But me as the coach knows that my job is to help them heal, help them forgive themselves, help them be patient, and then to accept that they will be vulnerable, that they will be sad, that they will be happy. That vulnerability, not knowingness, is in fact the first step to knowingness, and as a result, if they allow themselves to not know, to blunder, to be that baby trying to take steps and falling over without scolding themselves and stopping themselves from learning, that they will learn and become an expert in their own unique relationship style that is dedicated and amazing for who they fucking are in this point in time. So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to love how you look unconditionally, I have my healing meditation. You can get it now at sharamnamdarian.com. sharamnamdarian.com. Or if I edit it this way, sharamnamdarian.com. That's a meditation where I invite you to look at your body and you see and witness and feel the shit that comes up, your negative reactions, and then as a result, let them go, heal. I give you my personal practice in the meditation. You practice it in the meditation, and therefore what is left is pure consciousness staring at your body, staring back without the bullshit like, oh, but my body should look like this, or it should like this, should be more this or less this, and as a result, you love your body unconditionally, and then because you feel good about yourself, you actually make yourself look and feel better. And then as a result, you end up dressing better, and then positive self-esteem then has an amazing feedback loop. Kill the negative feedback from like looking at your body and being like, oh, that's not as good as I would like it to be. So you can get that now, the body image meditation at sharamnamdarian.com. Link is in the description. Support me, support yourself, and support your own goddamn butt. If you did like this video, make sure to let me know by leaving a like, dropping a comment, and saying, Sharam, you are a sexy beast. I wish you and I were the same person. And I'll talk to you soon for more videos about letting go, about healing, about fucking life and the universe and everything in it. Thank you.